Hello guys, Adwago here with the new video. This is the video number 12 of the qualitative study, and in this video we shall have a topic of reviewing the research literature of a new qualitative study. I hope that you all people are good and having a safe time in the corona time. And I am Dwago, I am praying for all, and I ask you people to please pray for all. And in today's video, we shall discuss the topic of reviewing the research literature of a new qualitative study. That whenever you start a new qualitative study, then firstly you'll have to select your topic, then the methodology, and then the research settings, and then you will review the research literature. So this is the video number 12. As you know that we are facing a book named Qualitative Research from Start to Finish, and that was written by Robert K. Jin, and the chapter number 3 of the book is running, and today's topic is from the chapter number 3 that reads reviewing the qualitative study. So the topics which we have included in today's video are about reviewing the qualitative study. The first heading would be whether or not to conduct a review. The second would be role of the literature review in starting a study. The third would be new contribution to already existing literature. The fourth will be a brief summary or different types of the literature review. The fifth will be taking notes about the existing studies. The sixth one would be downloading the material from the websites. So these are the subtopics which we will discuss in today's video. So this is video number 12, and I am Dwago, and moving to the next slide. So this slide is about reviewing the research literature of a new qualitative study, and this slide reads that after selecting the topic, research method, and the research population in the settings, now there is a need to include the research literature. That's when you have selected the topic, the research method, and the research population or the research settings, then you will have to add the research literature in your study. So the research literature may be added from the articles other than the study bank, original articles, and may be taken from the other articles, which may be the student article thesis and unpublished articles but conducted studies in the educational degrees. So in this review process, or the literature review process, you will have to take the original articles which were already present in the study bank which you developed, and then those articles which are the student articles or thesis, but they are published or they are not published, but the condition is that those articles would have been conducted during their educational degrees. Like you have taken, some student has taken the MS or the master's degree, and he has conducted a thesis, or he has conducted a paper, or he has conducted some type of study that is qualitative study. So that study you may take for the literature review. So moving to the next slide. So this slide is about the topic that whether or not to conduct a review. And we have discussed that why we should not conduct a review and why we should conduct a review. So firstly, why no? Why to say no to the conducting a literature review for your study? So the slide reads that qualitative studies attempt most of all the capture of the meanings of the events, the unique time, place, and distinct historical movements, sometimes not from a researcher's perspective. Unexpected features of the study may be included. So in this case, the researchers say that here is no need of the literature review. For example, if you are studying a minority culture and the previous literature is about the majority cultures, the literature review from the majority cultural studies may hinder the new study topics like minority culture studies by providing the lens of the majority culture with which we have to see the minority culture, and it will not provide anything similar to the minority culture with exclusive biased perspective of the culture. That both the cultures will be similar, that may be a wrong approach when both the cultures are different. Example given, if you are conducting a study on the minority culture and you have the literature review, previous literature review about the majority cultures, then this previous literature review will provide you a lens or a glasses, a piece of glasses that will make you see the aspects of the majority culture, and you won't be able to see the aspects of minority culture, or you won't be able to collect the data about the minority culture. And the literature review will focus on the majority culture. So your minority culture study will not be completed. So that it means that you are having a wrong approach to the minority culture study, that minority cultures are different from those of the majority cultures which are already present in the literature review. So you should not provide a literature review which is about the majority cultures and it's not including the minority cultures. So that's why this is the example that why you should not conduct a review or literature review for your new qualitative study. Now, on the other side, that why you should conduct a literature review. This is the perspective number 2, that why you should conduct a literature review. So, on the other hand, a large number of the researchers are in favor to include the literature review and then to describe and explore the differences of the both majority and the minority cultures, for example, because a good study always depicts the old literature review and the newly formed literature review in one study. So why you should conduct a literature review? This is the point which is supported by the theory that if you are going to have a minority culture, for example, a minority culture study, and you don't know anything about the culture, then firstly you'll have to focus on those studies which are about the majority culture. So there you will just have to take the idea about the majority culture, like not the majority but about the culture, and then when you will be able to understand the major aspects of a culture, then you will be able to find the themes about the minority culture, and then you will be able to see that how different or how similar the minority and majority cultures would be to each other. So that's why you should have to conduct a literature review. So moving to the next slide. So the topic of this slide is that role of the literature review in starting a study. What is the role of the literature review? What role the literature review plays in starting a new study, in starting a new qualitative study? So this slide reads, after choosing the topic, method of study, and the field study settings, the role of the selective review gets more important. In selective review, the goal is to write down the previous topics, methods of study, and research settings in your new research from the previous articles and thesis which were present or absent in the study bank and were added later on by you and were downloaded later on by you from the internet. So this is about the selective review. What is the selective review? The goal of the selective review, I have told you that you have to download some of the articles which are not initially present in the study bank, the articles which you downloaded for a topic earlier. Then you will have to add up some other articles in that study bank that will provide you the selective review. So after choosing the topic, method of study, and the field study settings, the role of the selective review gets more important. In selective review, the goal is to write down the review topic, methods of the study, and the research settings in your own research from the previous articles and the thesis which were present or absent in the study bank and were added later on by you or downloaded later on by you. So here, choose those studies which are similar to your topic, method of study, and settings. No matter they have the same settings and methods as you want to use in your study. So examine these studies carefully and find out that which new and unique aspects of the same topic, method, and the settings you may be able to discover in your newly carried out study. You may find out the critical points about the methodology, about the data, and about the conclusions of the previous studies, and then you may disclose what should be new in your studies and what was old that will be added into your study. So you may culturally differentiate your population settings by the previous literature. For example, a study about the educational plans of the Asian American students has been done, and about the African American students has not been done. So you may choose to have a study on the settings of African American students. So this is all about the selective review. Moving to the next slide. So the subtopic of this slide is a new contribution to already existing literature. So this slide reads that if you are unable to find any new aspect of a topic, method of study, and research settings from the study bank or from the selective review, then you should revisit all the literature articles and the thesis by doing a comprehensive review. So this slide is about the comprehensive review that may add the new contributions to the already existing literature. So read the controversial line of thinkings the controversial lines of thinking about the topic, method, and the research settings from all sorts of previous literature articles and theses, and then try to find out what new aspects of these components like topic, method, and settings you may add into your own newly study. The drawbacks of the comprehensive literature are that this is the time-consuming, gives an impact that almost everything about a selected topic or method of study and the research setting has already been added to the literature. And this type of the literature may be endless. So you really may find it difficult to add the relevant literature from the comprehensive review. But the positive point about the comprehensive review is that you may find all the existing knowledge or all the already existing literature from the comprehensive review, and then you will be able to decide that what new aspects what new aspects of a topic you should include in your own study. So that's why the comprehensive literature review is important. Moving to the next slide. So here in this slide, I have taken some brief summary or the different types of the literature review. The brief summary of the different types of the literature review I have given, and those are just the three names which I have given in this slide. That choose your topic, study method, and the research settings from the study bank articles and the thesis, and then selective literature review articles and thesis, and then the comprehensive literature review articles and thesis. Now, the study bank articles contain only the original articles about the topic. The selective literature review articles and thesis contain the original and non-original articles about the certain topic. And the comprehensive literature review articles include all types of the thesis and articles about a certain topic. So these are the three types of the literature review that you may conduct for your newly research or newly qualitative research. So moving to the next slide. Okay, now this slide will tell you that how to take the notes about the existing studies or about the existing literature. So this slide reads that first read the new studies, then read the old studies, and then revise both. Or first read the old studies, then read the new ones, and then revise both. So both these strategies of taking the notes are time consuming but effective. So read and take notes of what notes should you take about your study. Firstly, the main topic with the issues and the questions of the study. Then the data collection method and its extent. Extent means the sample size and the places of the research settings from where the data was taken. The third is the main findings of the study with the data tables. Like here, the tables of the data will include, and the main findings or results of the study will be included. The other one is the conclusion of the study that you should take the notes of, and then write down your own comments about your taken notes. That is any type of comments or any type of your own thoughts about your taken notes. You should write them down, and then you should add the bibliography and then the citations. So if you want that you don't have to revise the study again, you may take these notes into your personal computer, laptop, mobile phone, or diary. So you may revisit all the taken notes with ease, and you may open all the notes easily. So moving to the next slide. So this slide will tell you that what kind of a material you should download and from where. So firstly, simply choose the Google Scholar for downloading the material from the websites. Then take those articles and theses, those are published in the journals. Then choose the recognized journals such as the Elsevier journals or Sage publications or the Wiley publications, etc., etc. And then the worldwide organizations such as WHO or APA, WHO World Health Organization or APA, American Psychological Association, etc. These are the worldwide organizations. Take the articles which are published from these organizations. Then articles and theses of the famous authors, students review articles and the theses which are published in the journals. But one thing that you don't have to choose, that is the non-profitable organization journals that are simply about one main organization, and they are not very famous, and they have just a purpose to explore and explain the proceedings of just one organization. So don't take those articles or the thesis for your study, for your new qualitative study. And guys, this is the last thing I want to request for, that I am Duago and I am praying for all, and I want you people to pray for all, and stay safe, stay happy, stay joyous, and please uh, subscribe my channel and watch my videos till the end, and stay tuned for the next videos that I'm going to upload on the YouTube for you about the qualitative research. So please stay with me, be a Duago, and I am a Duago, so I want you to be a Duago. Duago means to pray for all, I pray for all, and you should pray for all, and that should not stop. So far, bye guys, and stay safe guys. Thanks, bye bye.